Hey everyone, it's officially June in Fort Worth, and you can feel the piano in the air downtown after 6 finalists were chosen to advance to the Van Cliburn competition finals. I've heard every note of the competition from inside the hall and could have made a case for several possible combinations of 6 pianists to have advanced from the group of 12 semifinalists. So I can't imagine what kinds of challenges the individual jury members faced choosing their top 6. There doesn't seem to be a clear favorite this year, which just makes the finalists' performance even more interesting. But before they scale the twin peaks of their 2 remaining concertos, I want to recognize the accomplishments of the 6 semifinalists who didn't make the final cut by sharing some of my favorite moments from their performances over the course of the competition. I encourage you to check out their performances in full on the Cliburn YouTube channel. The following commentary is taken from the long and detailed recap videos I record at the end of each day throughout the Cliburn. You can access them in full by joining my Patreon. Memberships start at just $5 a month and would support all the free YouTube content I create for the Cliburn and beyond. Just follow the link in the description for more. Having said that, let's start with 2 showstoppers from the preliminary round. Yanjun Chen, Shostakovich First Sonata. Wow, what a fierce performance. I mean, she's throwing her entire body. Like, literally just felt like she was, backflipping, pole vaulting into the keys. Dramatic and electrifying and exciting at the same time. Yeah, I was just impressed with the velocity she would get on like quick gestures. Really threw herself at the piece, literally. At the end, she just like ends standing up. I like blinked and suddenly she was like upright while playing the final chord. It was just, everybody went crazy for this. Elia Cecino, he had the audience in the palm of his hand, especially the Return of the Waltz. They just ate it up. There was just like so many bursts of inspiration in this. And the passion and drama came, and there was lots of colorful lyrical playing, and really thrilling climax. One of the richest, fullest sounds I heard from him. He's currently a really great performer and communicator. Intriguing artist, for sure. Chaeyoung Park, Messiaen, Kiss of the Baby Jesus. There's air and exoticism. Brahms Paganini Book 2, I mean, she plays the hell out of it. It's, again, silvery brilliance, technical command. Interesting program. She came out in a beautiful white dress. She starts with the Jesu Joy Band's Desiring, the famous Myra Hess transcription. I thought she played it beautifully. She matched the purity of the music. The slight resistance in the chorale line was really moving. the triplets just continue to flow, undisturbed with just beautiful, wonderful layering. Those violin lines just stay in the background. Beethoven, Hammerklavier. I thought she was playing with more risk-taking and abandon this afternoon, and I admired that. Also some magical stuff. She listened to harmonies, she took her time on certain modulations. Her timing when the opening theme comes in minor was quite strong and startling. Something about the way she did that captured me. Chaeyoung, you'll be missed. You were adored by a lot of people around the world. I wish I could have heard her again. Congratulations on just an amazing run in the Cliburn. Piotr Alexewicz, and he's got a very composed, efficient technique. It's all right in front of him. Early Brahms work, Scherzo, fantastic. I thought he played this with real formal and tonal mastery. He shifted expertly between the mischievous aspects and then suddenly powerful and then noble and then tender, and it worked. Bravo, bravo. This is a candidate for Best Mozart Concerto. Wonderful pizzes in the exposition and then the recap blend so wonderfully with the scales and the runs Alexewicz was doing. And I just love how his sound blends, especially with the woodwinds, but really all the instruments. It just sounded like he was a member of their family. It was really breathtaking. And I fell in love with this performance. It was a breath of fresh air. Schumann Fantasy. Strong opening, bold. He favors contrast when the music gets hushed and tender. attention to detail, the way he made space for inner lines, very sensitive. He has his own personal conception of the Schumann, and I think you need one for Schumann. You don't want to be objective in your Schumann playing. I just heard so many really beautiful things in this performance and in his Mozart and in his other recitals. He was a very strong pianist and artist who did not go to the finals, I have to say. Yangrui Cai. Thomas Addis, a piece called Darkness Visible. Wow, what a piece. It's a study in contrast. There was like violent lightning strikes, but they surround a sort of hushed, vibrating figure. It really is what the title of the piece says, Darkness Visible. And it almost sounds like the music, like a human can't see any of these things going on, or maybe some of them, but not all of them, but they have some kind of heightened sensory apparatus and that they're able to detect all of this activity. It was really chilling. I really liked that Thomas Addis piece and the way he played it. Scarbo, quietly diabolical. I was into this. I felt like this captured the nightmare. His flourishes are some of the best I've ever heard. I was just like, whoa, that just like flew by, and it was just like sizzling and filled with intensity, and then just ran by me. I'm like, ah! He just found a lot more terror in this piece than other pianists. It's all just pretty shocking stuff, and then it just vanishes at the end. Wow. Cai had me completely change my mind about him by the end. I mean, I was like, this is a really fascinating pianist. He just got better and better for me, and Alexewicz just was consistently impressive and artistic throughout the competition. They will both be missed. Okay. Jonas is out. Interesting. The semifinal recital was just a masterpiece in so many ways. Brahms Opus 118. Loved it. First one, it was really organic. I would say that word fits his playing overall. Swells of emotion, but always with Jonas's characteristic detachment, which works for Brahms. Famous Opus 118 number 2, the A major, was nuanced, never sentimental. Masterful voicing, always subtle, and just the right amount of voice leading and leaning on things. It was never boring. Always finding the right places to just smell that flower, but not sit there and be like, let everyone know how beautiful this flower. You know, it was just like, that's a nice moment. That's nice to lean on that dissonance, and then, but then integrate it into this larger painting, this picture. Then late Brahms to capture the complex moods and emotion. You know, to describe any Brahms piece in one word with a mood or a feeling or emotion is almost always going to be wrong. You can never just say this piece is sad. No, yes, but it's sad, but it's also optimistic, but it hurts, but then it hurts so good. And then, you know, all of life is misery, except that it's also beautiful. This is Brahms, you know. And Jonas has all of that. Brahms is sitting down, praying a little bit, and suddenly, even though, whatever, he thinks his life sucks, he gets a message from an angel with all these buzzing trills and chords that don't quite resolve, because it just feels uplifted, and I loved how Jonas played all of that. Just gorgeous. Even more gorgeous than that is that in a way he didn't stop. The Brahms didn't stop. He programmed the Chopin F sharp major impromptu, the great impromptu of Chopin. Right after the Brahms, a tocca as if it's the 7th intermezzo in the set. It just sounded like a reflection on everything that had taken place in the Brahms set. It resolves a lot of the bittersweet feelings in a kind of conversation. But it was just simple, exquisitely phrased and voiced. You know, maybe this is happening in heaven. And then he ends with his own transcription, so now we have a symmetry to the whole program. Starts with Bach Bisogni, ends with Liszt Aumiller, his transcription of Les Préludes, a tone poem of Liszt. But yeah, he just, again, there's nuances of timing, and he knows how to lean on notes. He's excellent with differentiating register and being consistent, so he knows that this is the instrument that's in this register and it has this particular identity. But yeah, he's so poised. So when he was doing Liszt doggy paddle stuff, he was not moving at all. There was no, I'm getting into it, I'm a pianist. There was a kind of it's like he was a conductor, and the violins are sawing away or whatever over here, and there's 30 of them, but the conductor's going like that, they're still. So he played with that like he was on a podium, and he was just displaying this symphonic poem, and it was really, yeah, wow. For me, Jonas is a storyteller. He's a narrator. He operates from a level of detachment from his subject matter. There's an objectivity to what he's doing. And, he started his Scriabin fantasy with, by painting a landscape. You heard storm clouds and sunshine piercing through. He had so much intelligence and range of sound. It was such a rich sound, honestly, a really warm bass. The second theme of the Scriabin, he uses a soft pedal to create all kinds of magical woodwind kinds of orchestrations. He's an orchestrator too, he's a conductor.
I'm 100% finalist, I think. If he's not a finalist, I don't know if I'll make another outrage video, but I'll definitely make a favorite semifinalist who didn't advance video and talk all about this one.